Welcome to Shomach Shov on the Daf, Shir sponsor Lui Nishma Hassan B'Yakov Sholom Le'Abbas Yitzchok. We're holding in Sanhedrin Daf Samech Dalet. The Gemara brings the story of Anshei Knesset Gedolah that they asked Daven to HaKadosh Baruch Hu to get rid of the Yetzer all over the Zarah. So Yetzer of the Zarah appeared to be like a lion cub made out of fire. Came out for base Kodesh HaKadoshim, and they caught him. There was a hair that fell from it, and he started screaming, Be'arba Mil Parse. He was screaming. They said, what are we going to do? Because maybe Mishamayim, they will have mercy on him. So they put him into some kind of a container made out of lead so nobody can hear his voice. Now this story is obviously not what happened literally. It's Muslim over here. Look in the Sefer of Rav Yitzchak Isaac Chaver, Afike Yam, where he goes on to be this, mainly Kabbalah, and the idea that the lion represents one of the midas of HaKadosh Baruch Hu when it's revealed that something's standing on its own. Ayin Sham, and there's a lot of Muslim in this story. But the Nekuda I want to be oimid on is what Pshat, the Yetzer of the Zarah is screaming, and we're afraid that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to listen to it, so we have to make sure he doesn't scream. What's Pshat? Am Yisrael is down to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, saying this Yetzer is doing only bad. The only reason we have it is to get reward. So we don't want it. So you take an Yetzer and he starts screaming. What do you mean he screams? It's its own entity. It's here to come and be challenging Am Yisrael. We don't want that challenge. What does it mean that HaKadosh Baruch Hu may come and be mirachim on the Yetzer and bring him back? V'niri loymar, based on what's been mevurah b'sfarim hakadoshim, so maybe the pshat is as follows: the Yetzer of the Zarah was taken away. Did we lose anything by not having Yetzer of the Zarah, except the fact that we don't have the challenge to get the reward of Oymir Mizgabel Yetzer of the Zarah? L'chura, what does the Yetzer of the Zarah give us except that challenge which Am Yisrael were not able to withstand? But Rav Tzaddik HaKohen tells us the Yetzer of the Zarah, when that was taken away, also Nevuah was taken away from Am Yisrael. If you do the cheshbon, it comes out to be around the same time, because Nevuah was nistalik at the beginning by Sheni, and that's when they got rid of the Yetzer of the Zarah. Rabbi Simcha Buni B'Shischa, he says that the Yetzer of Avodah Zarah was taken away, so the desire to get to know HaKadosh Baruch Hu was diminished. And this is Mevurah in Sefer HaChodim, the Chazon Ish speaks about it, and the Pachad Yitzchak speaks about it. And I heard it from my Rabbi Moshe Shapir Zatzal many times. What was the asik of the Olam before the Yetzer of Avodah Zarah was gone? What was the world busy with? The world was busy with spirituality. They were challenged by that. They were doing mistakes in spirituality. But what people wanted to do, what people were looking for, what was the asik of the world, was spirituality, was ruchnius. They were looking to connect to a higher authority. Now, that caused, that desire, that look, that search caused many mistakes. That brought Avodah Zarah to the world. And many Elilim and Avodah Zarah and everything, all the bad that comes from that desire. But as Rav Simcha Bunim is telling us, and this is Lamaisa, what Rav Tzaddik is saying as well, there was in the world, there was an asik of ruchnius, of spirituality, of running and searching and yearning for something higher. And when you yearn and search for that thing, so then you have in one hand Kedusha, in one hand Tuma. That's always in the world. Every single thing that we have in this world, there's a challenge to both sides. Once the Yetzer of Avodah Zarah was gone, so then this search, this yearning was gone as well. People are not interested anymore in Avodah Zarah, really. They just have minig of Hashem b'yadem. And Yimel Simcha Bunim says people are not interested so much in ruchnias. They don't have the natural desire to look forward to a spiritual relationship and connection. So Yimele, our avodas Hashem was also diminished. We don't have the natural desire. We don't have the Nevi'im that give us like an open access to ruchnius and spirituality. And this B'oimek l'chur is the pshat in the Gemara that says that Am Yisrael says the only reason we have this Yetzer is the Kabbalah of Schar. It's not only reward for the fact that we overcome the Yetzer, but the reward is when you get the opposite of this Yetzer. This Yetzer is pushing somebody to connect to Avodah Zarah. The Schar is you connect to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. It's Zekenek Etzeh, so I like it. So after that's the Oimek Divrei HaGemara, that the Yetzer of Avodah Zarah was screaming. The scream is saying, Am Yisrael, you're losing out. When you don't have the Yetzer Hara, the Zarah, there's an actual loss for the spirituality of Am Yisrael. That scream is not just a lion screaming. It's the world screaming. Am Yisrael, you're losing out. You're not going to have nevuah. You're not going to have the same desire to connect to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You're missing out so much when you don't have the Yetzer Hara or the Zarah. And Anshe Knesset Gdolah understood that they have to do something to cover up that scream, to make sure the scream is not heard, which means ba'omek, not to be pointed and to listen to the fact that there's a big mile that comes with Yetzer Hara the Zarah, because they saw Beruach Kodsham that the chisaron is much greater than the mile for Am Yisrael, and therefore, so to speak, there was ignoring the screaming of this Yetzer Hara. Kach nira loimer amahalach in the Gemara. Anyone wants to join Shomachshava email us to what's go, please email shomachshava@gmail.com.